Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Our job here is to expand opportunity, not bureaucracy, to empower people to make the most of their own lives, and to enhance our security here at home and abroad. And we ought to do it together.
In stark contrast to the President's vision of government as a force for good, others had a very different vision of the government.
I say to you, there is nothing patriotic about hating your country or pretending that you can love your country but despise your government.
The rhythm and tone of politics in Washington was changing. The '94 elections had given Republicans a majority in both houses of Congress. One of the president's most outspoken critics was now Speaker of the House. Newt Gingrich wanted to balance the budget with cuts in areas such as health care, education, and the environment. President Clinton opposed the cuts as fundamentally contrary to his vision of what good government should do. On the international stage, both President and Mrs. Clinton had become powerful voices for change.
Engaging in honest dialogue is not an act of surrender. It is an act of strength and common sense.
It is time for us to say here in Beijing, and for the world to hear, that it is no longer acceptable to discuss women's rights as separate from human rights.
The administration backed its words with action.
The people of Bosnia finally have a chance to turn from the horror of war to the promise of peace.
Back in Washington, the political battle lines had only hardened. The Republican-led Congress shut down the government twice because the president would not sign its budget. But President Clinton refused to sign a bill he believed would harm millions of Americans.
Tomorrow I will present to the congressional leadership a plan that does balance the budget in 7 years, but it also protects health care, education, and the environment, and it does not raise taxes on working families.
The president's budget and his beliefs won the day. It was a turning point, and America soon began to see the fruits of a government that was not just smaller, but better.